Hey, so before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe, and don't forget to listen to the free audiobook that I made for you down below in the comment section. Alright, so I eventually went home. I was back home with my mom and sister, and things were going okay. And about a week later, from my memory, my mom had to go to a doctor's appointment, so I went with her. And I'll never forget it. Okay. Usually when I go to the hospital, I may go on the first, second, third, maybe fourth floor. But this time, we went to I think the 14th floor. It was strange to me because I had never been that up. I had never been up that high at the hospital, up to that level at the hospital. So, I don't know. I thought that was a little, even as a kid, I thought it was a little weird, but when you're a kid, everything's kind of new to you. Every experience is a new experience. So I didn't think too much of it. So anyway, the doctor comes in, we wait in the room, then we go in the room and wait for the doctor. He comes in, and I noticed that he's directing all of his questions to me, and it wasn't even about my mom. And so basically he goes on to tell me that my mom said that I see things, she told him the same thing she told the other people, oh, your mother said that you're seeing things that aren't there. I said no, and she said that you're acting out. I said no, that's not true. I had literally been home for a week. I was so grateful to finally be with my sister again. There was no way I would screw up being able to be with my sister again. So basically he said, don't run. He said, because the doors, he said, you're not going to get away very far. He said, but you're going to be staying here for for a little while until we can sort things out. No, he said, you're going to be staying here for a little while until we can sort things out. And so I stood up, and that's when he said, if I were you, I wouldn't bother running because we have security here and you're not going to get very far. So I proceeded to sit back down, and I just remember being so pissed off. She literally lied on me. My own mother literally lied on me. So at that point, I was like, wow, so I'm going to be away from my sister again. So I'll be honest, I can't wait for this series to be over because this is very upsetting. I mean, to be honest with you, I'm going to get into the foster care piece of my life, but I have to tell you this story because I'm telling you my story in chronological order, all right? But I'll be honest, I plan out my videos, and knowing that I would have to talk about this topic, I'll be honest, I definitely wasn't, jumping up and down from happiness thinking about recording this today, but I feel like I have to, because I'm reliving it. When I tell you this story, I literally feel like crying right now, even though I had a decent day, because I'm talking about this. But anyway, long story short, my mother says goodbye. I forgot how it went. I think my mom said bye to me. I don't think I even said anything to her. She said bye to me. I probably didn't say anything back. And yeah, so I ended up, I remember during basically the way life was, as you can probably imagine, I was in the children's psychiatric ward. And basically I had a roommate. The roommate, she was anorexic or bulimic. It was one of those. And so she kept trying to literally they had to, I guess she said she was there because I think she tried to kill herself or something. Or no, I think her eating disorder was so bad that I think she had fainted. And so I think her parents were like, okay, enough is enough. So she was older than me. She was this white girl. I remember she was way older than me. She was I think she was 16 or 17. And once again, I was 9 years old at the time, so she was like way older than me.